Hi folks, welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary, and not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi folks, welcome back to the dailymail.com. Here we go. They didn't like the result in the Rittenhouse trial. It's exactly what the founders in law that's been in existence for 2 centuries plus, a jury of your peers that look at the evidence, listen to the arguments on both sides, and make a decision based on the law. They don't like it. Unlike their way they use a judiciary to use it as a legislative arm, this is not the case at all. So we'll just keep doing this until we get the result we want. It's totally unfair and it's wrong. Let's read on. Democratic House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler blasts Wisconsin verdict as a miscarriage of justice. Really? Well, all I can say to you is this. Yeah, that's all I can say. Unbelievable to me to say that those 12 jurors, citizens of the area in Wisconsin, in Kenosha, came to a rational, reasonable conclusion based on the evidence. And he doesn't like it. Okay? I don't like the results of the last Super Bowl. So we get to do it over? No, it doesn't work that way. House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler on Friday called the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict a miscarriage of justice and called for federal review. And here we go. Federal review. That means local government doesn't count anymore. We don't want local government at all. We want the federal government at a central location to control everything. No regional autonomy, no state autonomy, no county autonomy. As Republicans demand President Joe Biden apologize for comparing Rittenhouse to white supremacists, which he did last year when he was running for president. There's no question. Nadler issued a statement after a jury in Wisconsin found Rittenhouse not guilty on 5 counts, setting off a round of conflicting reactions from lawmakers. We can almost guarantee what at least the public response will be based on the letter in front of their name, D or R. This heartbreaking verdict is a miscarriage of justice and sets a dangerous precedent which justifies federal review by the DOJ, said Nadler. Unbelievable. What they don't like is the fact that this wasn't really about, at least in part, what happened with Kyle Rittenhouse, the 2 gentlemen that got killed and one that got shot, and the riots that ensued and the circumstances behind it. That's not what they're mad about. They're mad about the fact that the right to defend yourself, the right to bear and keep arms, shall not be abridged. Period. They don't like that. They don't like that citizens are armed. They never have. What does Dave Chappelle say? The Second Amendment is second for a reason. It's there just in case the First Amendment doesn't work out. And it's a joke, but it's not. And all good comedians, whether they agree with their politics or not, when they make jokes, they have a much deeper meaning. And they're funny at the same time. Unbelievable. Justice cannot tolerate armed person crossing state lines looking for trouble while people engage in First Amendment protected protest. They weren't protesting. They were rioting. It was arson. Wow, he flipped over a flatbed truck so they could block the police coming in, one of the individuals that was shot and killed. Wow, that's no big deal. They set a dumpster on fire and want to push it towards a gas station. It's just kids, Unbelievable. They weren't protesting. They were rioting. It was vandalism, arson. Lucky nobody got killed besides those 2, frankly. Now, we could talk about whether the kids should have been down there or not. That's a whole different issue. And out of state. I live in upstate New York, right in the center of upstate, just below Syracuse. I live 12 miles from the Pennsylvania border. I've been to Pennsylvania all the time. It's not that big of a deal, 12, 13 miles. I think it was 20 miles for Rittenhouse. And in fact, his dad lives in Kenosha, his grandmother, all of his aunts, uncles, and cousins, and he lived there for a while. So this is no great stretch. He crossed state lines. Dun, dun, dun. Rittenhouse cannot be tried again for the same alleged crime. The DOJ does not have the authority to prosecute state crimes, although it does probe law enforcement for bias or misconduct. The only bias or misconduct that was done was from the prosecution, the assistant district attorney and the district attorney's office. Why don't you probe them? President Joe Biden said Friday that he stands by the jury that found Kyle not guilty as Republicans renewed demands that he apologized for comparing Kenosha's shooter to white supremacists in the wake of the verdict. And after he said, that's what the jury decided. I'm paraphrasing, of course. Biden said, that's what the jury decided. We have to abide by it. That's our law. That's our system. Well, they had to backtrack that back in a hurry. Why? Because Biden didn't ask the real president of the United States what to say. This is actual quote. I stand by what the jury as a jury system has concluded. The jury system works and we have to abide by it, Biden told reporters Friday afternoon as he returned to the White House from Walter Reed Medical, where he had a physical. Maybe he was still a little bit under because he had to be put under. And oh, my God. Kamala Harris, I believe, had the authority of the President of the United States for 85 minutes. If that doesn't scare the hell out of you, I don't know what does. Maybe he was a little under, so he actually, wait for it, told the truth. Oh, let's go on. I'm not going to read all of this. You can stop and read it if you want. While the verdict in Kenosha will leave many Americans feeling angry and concerned, myself including, must acknowledge that the jury has spoken, Biden said. Yeah, I watched a lot of the trial. I mean, there were hours and hours and hours. And it wasn't just the highlights. I watched a lot of it in context. The district attorney had no case. They had zero case. They were pressured by the progressives and the leftists to charge this kid, who was charged 2 days after the incident, with no autopsy report, no police reports, no investigations, no interviews with witnesses and people around there. They just charged them and then built their case after. That's not the way it works. I urge everyone to express their views peacefully, consistent with the rule of law. Violence and destruction of property have no place in our democracy. Well, I wish he would have said that. White House and federal authorities have been contacted with Governor Evers' office to prepare for any outcome in the case, and I have spoken with the governor this afternoon and offered support and any assistance needed to ensure public safety. This is Kamala Harris's, saying it really speaks for itself. As many of you know, I spent a majority of my career working to make criminal justice system more equitable. Yeah. When she was attorney general in California, she kept people from getting paroled so they could put out forest fires and brush fires for $1 an hour. She had one, I believe, that I can confirm. I can't confirm the others she's been accused of that had evidence that shown that the individual in jail was innocent, and she kept it from him. Yeah, make the criminal justice more equitable. You got to be kidding me. Wisconsin Republican Ron Johnson championed the verdict. I believe justice has been served in the Cal Rittenhouse trial. I hope everyone will accept the verdict, remain peaceful, and let the community of Kenosha heal and rebuild. This is the part that's really bad here. Now, whether they did it as part of a commercial for the Biden campaign, let's look at this. Last September, while running as presidential candidate, Biden sent out a tweet condemning Donald Trump for refusing to call anti-BLM protesters white supremacists. It showed the march in Charlottesville, as well as the image of Rittenhouse's face in Kenosha, which he said they were white supremacists, which he did. I hope he sues the hell out of the president. In case he can't do it after he's out of office, which will be soon. But I really hope all those talking heads on social media, on cable news, elected officials, I hope he sues them all into the Stone Age. I hope he gets a really large settlement from one, takes all of that money and hires buildings full of lawyers and sue them all into bankruptcy. And that's the way they'll stop. There's no way to put it. The President of the United States refused to disavow white supremacists on the debate stage last night. That's not true. It's a lie. Unbelievable. We'll just go through this. This is from the actual ad that was played before the election last year. And there it is. It's plain and simple. It's got his name on it. It's got his approval. I won't read, like I said, everything here. It's amazing to me. Justice was served. They just don't like the result. I like to have faith in our criminal justice system, but the immediate question that comes to mind is the news, what we have been acquitted for if he was black. Here's the point, genius. And this is a speculation, of course, just like yours is speculation, but I think I would be right. If the individual was black, he never would have got charged. Now, you might want to go after him after the curfew or the gun charge, which is nickel dime, but that's the only thing he could have done. He did defend himself. There's no question. Do I feel bad for the families of the people that lost people? Yeah. But the one was a monster. Not that he deserves to die. That's not the point. These people had something wrong with them. They were violent and they were criminal, and they put themselves in a situation that just the result that happened. Let's just read on. This is a dark day for a justice system. New York Attorney General. Yeah, okay. I respect jury verdicts, but it's yet another reminder that our system needs to be uprooted and reformed. No, they want results that the way they think. We'll just, like I said, scroll through here. You can stop it whenever you want to. Black Congressional Caucus. If they put the white Congressional Caucus, they'd be hell to pay. And we'll just go through. There's some pictures here. And that's the end of that. And so there it is. And there's Kyle. I remember I saw that when he testified. And there's the judge chewing out the district attorney for breaking the civil rights, constitutional rights of the defendant, not once, but twice. And then altered evidence in a video. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I think justice was served. They don't like the fact that you can defend yourself. They've never liked that. And you have to ask yourself, why don't they want the average citizen to be able to defend themselves? And when you answer that question, then you know what side of this issue you fall on. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.